Hi, family. Oh, wow. I can't believe how this looks. Let's see. Okay, there we go. There we go. Family, I'm underneath the light. So if I'm looking crazy, if I'm looking funny, that's why. Let me see. Let me put this light on so you all can see. All right. So this is me before I put on the light. Okay. So when you all see me appear like that, I'm under the light, family. I was actually scrying in here before coming on, and I figure let me come in with the spiritual family, tap into some of this energy with the family, right? While I'm still up before I lay my head to bed, right? I was looking for this pen. So actually, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn this light down, right, family? Because I'm actually scrying and I'm scrying with my light, with my scry bulb. So if you all see me looking kind of crazy in here, that's what's going on, all right, family? I'm scrying, and you all know that when I have the bright light on, it knocks my images out. So that has been a problem for me, scrying. I have been moving my scry around, right? Another location where I had my scry at when I had my scry downstairs, it was where's this thing? I didn't know. I didn't realize that I took it out. Where I had my scry light at before, family, right? I was able to see really well, right? In that area. But that area was like an open area, and I didn't really want to keep it there, right? Energetic wise, a lot of reasons. So I moved my scry, and I had been moving it around in my room. And I said, okay, let me just start knocking the lights out back out like how I used to have it, right? When I used to scribe with you all, which I said that's something I was going to start doing again with you all, right? So I'm just taking this off. So if you all see that I'm looking kind of, I don't know how I'm looking here to you all because I didn't get up here yet on my gadget, but I want to be able to see the images, right? So that's what's going on, family, right? I'm just moving my lighting around to be able to see these images, and I still can't get it down the way I want it, but it's not too bright, right? Because I don't want it too bright. I want it just right, right? Because that's what I'm doing in here. So I just wanted to turn that light on so I could just talk to you all first. All right, let me get in here. And I finally got my phone up here in this coaster. Let's see what's going on. I figure I'll put some of this energy on the family before I lay my head to bed. Um, Hold on. Hi family. How's to all the family that's coming in? I'm still trying to get in here. Give me one second. Oh, all right, I'm in here. Oop, do that. And then I took me out. Okay, that's what I meant to do. All right, hold on, family. I gotta go in and come back in. All right, there. Now I'm in. Hi family, how's the family doing? Hi Black Gal. Hi family, hi Bethany. Chicks with Sticks on Twitch. Hi Chicks with Sticks. Hi Capri Queen. Hi BB. BB, how are you? How's the bundle of joy? Please tell me, tell us, tell the family, right? Um, how's the little one doing, right? The new bundle of joy, and congratulations, right? Um, hi Capri, hi family, hi Lakeisha, hi Tiffany. Um, yes, good evening, Capri. I'm reading your message. I was able, family. It's been so much wonderful things that has been going on. Since we did our little thing that we did to the Patreon family, right? Who's up here. So to the Patreon family who was with me, who we did our little ceremony, right? I'm telling you, family, it's like a whirlwind, like things like since then, I'm telling you, like 2 days period. I said, oh my goodness, ancestors, won't ancestors do it? I said, get it, ancestors, get it, ancestors, go ahead. So that's one thing, right? I'm telling you, when I tell you all, family, like a blessing after another has been happening, right? I said, ancestors, go ahead, show out, right? So that has been going on. But prior to that, family, I have been so busy, right? And I wanted to reserve a lot of my energy for some other things, but I said, okay, let me put it, in a direction where the ancestors wanted me to put my energy to. Because a lot of you all may not know, but most of you all do who's part of my Patreon family. Um, so a lot of you all know that I was behind in so much, right? When it comes to like getting back to a lot of folks, my spiritual work, I have been behind because a lot of you, with some of you all didn't know that my niece was in a very bad car accident. All right, family. Um, so I'm talking about this is probably like 3 weeks ago, right? About 3 weeks ago. This has happened. When that happened, right? The family just running down. There's a lot of things that was going on. Um, I wasn't doing anything for a whole week, so I was like back in everything for a whole week, as far as getting back to folks. I didn't meet any of my timely goals that I had, as far as you know all my appointments that I had, my conferences. So everything, a lot of things was canceled. I was behind in all my emails already. Not like I wasn't behind already, but it just pushed me further behind, right? Because I'm telling you, I didn't do anything for like that whole week, right? So for that whole week, it was just like, oh man, right? So I had to get back on track. But family, when I tell you, over the last couple of days, I have like met every goal, right? I said ancestors because I never tried to be like that, right, family? And I'm just chit-chatting right now, all right, family? But I do want to give some messages to family who's up here who may need a message. Um, and like I said, you all see me under this light because I was crying. But when I tell you, family, that I was able to meet a timely goal, right? I said, ancestors, you know, because I know I had a lot of folks that didn't know what was going on, and they were emailing me. Some folks was texting me, family, and I mean, I wasn't in any of it, right? I was in like I was just being bombarded left and right, with emails, text messages. I had to cancel everything, right? My conferences, everything I had to cancel. So um after everything got situated, my niece is at the hospital now. All right. She was in the hospital for over a week. She's out of the hospital now, right? She's doing much better. She is walking now. Okay. Because I had a lot of family who reached out to me. They was concerned. And I thank you all, family, for all the prayers, right? And everybody who reached out to me. But I said, I said, ancestors, after everything got situated, I said, ancestors, just fix this because I need to get back to a lot of folks. And I know I had a lot of folks waiting on me, depending on me for information. And I was able to, tackle a lot. Right. And I was like, whoa, I even had to question some things because I'm like, whoa, where's all this energy coming from? Right. And I mean, so, and a lot of family could vouch for that. Right. So I met all of my conferences, right, as I should. But I just wanted to say this, family, right, while I'm on this subject, because things happen, right? And sometimes I can't always reach out to everyone. Um, and tell every individual, listen, I have to get back to you. I have to cancel this, right? Sometimes it don't. And sometimes I know I have folks that will email me over and over. And sometimes I just didn't get to your email because I have others emailing me and it's only me, right? It's only one person here. So, you know, and I understand if some folks who has never dealt with me before and may have sent a fee for services, and I always say this and I will say it again, family, if you send a payment to me, because most people don't even wait for me to get back to them, they just send the money, right? And I don't have anything set up where your payment won't go through, right? You just send a payment and you'll send me an email. That's fine, right? And people have been doing that for years, right? um Without me even speaking to them. Sometimes I won't even see your email until I actually get to your payment and then I reach out because now I'm looking for you in my email, right? Once I get up to your payment. Now I'm looking for you in my email, okay, to see what's going on, what you actually paid for. Okay, now I'm up to you, so I'm available, right? Um But like I said before, family, if you feel like you are waiting too long or anything like that, you can always ask for a refund, right? If I haven't rendered services to you, you can always get a refund. So I have to stress that, right? I have to stress that because I don't want people to feel like I'm running off with their money or I got she got my money and she not gonna give me my services, right? Trust me, if I receive your money, I'm gonna give you your services. I just didn't get up to you yet, right? I just didn't get up to you yet. But feel free to ask for a refund if you don't want to wait. If you feel like you don't want to wait, or if you feel like I'm gonna run off with your money, you can always get a refund, right? I have no problem. If I haven't rendered services to you, it's your money. I haven't provided any services to you. So yes, I do give refunds because that's the number one thing people ask. Do I give refund? If I haven't given you services, of course you can get your money. That's your money. And if you are upset and you say anything in my comment section or whatever about your money, feel free to. It's your money. If it was my money, right? And I pay for some services, you better believe I will want my services, right? I will want my services or my money back, right? So I try to treat everyone how I want to be treated, right? So if I'm not going to give you the services, yeah, I'm going to give you your money back, all right? So I wanted to make that clear. But a lot of people didn't know why I haven't gotten back to them, right? I got back to a lot of them folks now, yes, but a lot of individuals did not know why I didn't get back to them at that time, right? And I have some who sends me email and I haven't responded to your email, but yet you sent a payment, right? You sent a payment and then I still haven't returned your emails after you sent the payment. And then you may get all, oh, she's ignoring me. I'm not ignoring you, honey. I just didn't get to your email yet. I'm still working on the other client, right? I didn't get up to you yet. But I'm going to get there. If you made a payment, I'm going to get to you, right? But my daughter fixed that, just to let a lot of you all know. So now I won't be doing services like that anymore, right? My daughter fixed that. Um, I had a website. I've been had a website years. I just never launched my website, right? Just never launched it. So happened is I only had a 5 year for that website, right? So my daughter, so I wasn't going to pay for the name, right? Again for that website because I lost it and now they wanted like three three grand for it. Right? When I first purchased the domain, it was this was 5 plus years ago, it was way less than that, right? So my daughter did she went um She fixed that for me. That's already taken care of. Um, so I will be doing business like that. So that way, once I'm booked, I'm booked. I won't have to worry about nobody sending payments because you won't be able to. You won't be able to, right? You will not be able to send any payments once I'm booked. And then when I finish with that, whenever I'm open again, then you can send payment, right? So that way, I think that is the best way, right? Now for me to do it, right? Going forward, because I understand how a lot of you all may feel, or however, I don't care. And I only had this issue really with three people in all the years that I have ever been doing readings or any kind of things. Three individuals. And I'm talking about I've been doing this for a very long time, 10 plus years, right? So three individuals, three individuals. And I feel like those three individuals is three individuals too many, right? So in order to avoid that, because I don't ever like to see people in despair, or they upset in any kind of way or anything in my comment section regarding something that I have created, right? So I want to nip that in the bud right away. So I'm like, okay, I told my daughter, I'm like, how can I fix that? I just want to fix that. That's it, right? I want to fix that. So we got that taken care of, right? Um, as soon as I launch it, family, you all will know, right? As soon as I launch my new website name, you all will know. All right, family. And then you can all just book through there, right? And that's it. Once I'm booked up, I'm booked up. I will no longer be doing it how I've been doing it, right? So I think that's just the best. Okay, family. So I just wanted to share that. Gabri said this will be good. Yes. Black Big Jack said, I love that for you, Miss T. Thank you. Like I said, I like to send payment. That's when I have the money. Not a problem. Gabri said, less stress too. Yes, it's less stress too, because then I know that, the stress is that when I know that I'm booked, not only will you not be able to send payment, so nobody can, book a session with me because I'll be all full. You can't send a payment. And then I don't have to worry about either sending refunds back to people because I don't want you to wait so long, because I do that too. I used to always do that, right? Send refunds back to folks because I don't want them to wait so long for my services. And then I had some that will send the payment back and say, no, Miss T, I'm willing to wait till however long that I need to wait. So I had a lot of folks have done that. So I figured, doing it this way, it'll be good. That way I won't be holding on to nobody money. And then some people, maybe it's been 6 weeks, right? 4 weeks, 3 weeks, and I haven't gotten to them. They won't feel that I ran off with their money, right? And they didn't get services, right? But so yeah, I think that is the best thing to do, right? And yes, family, I'm underneath the light because I'm underneath the light, family. So it kind of look because I'm scrying. All right, family. So I want you all to know, like, I'm underneath this light. So I don't know. I may be looking all crazy on there for you all. Okay. But so I wanted to share that to you. And yes, it's less stress. So I won't be overwhelmed, right? I won't be overwhelmed. Okay. So I think that's fair, right? That's the best that I could do right now. Right? I won't be overwhelmed, and then nobody have to worry about they sent payment and then it gets served, because I'll be booked once. That's it. You won't be able to send a payment, right? So that's how it'll be. Um, Black Gal said those three people messed it up for me. No, because one thing the ancestors has taught me, family, is to never to change my heart and don't allow others to change my heart. because because of something that someone else may have done, right? I just have to be mindful of how I do things going forward, right? But it won't change my heart, right? For me doing what I normally would do, right? I just have to be mindful of how I do things going forward. That's all, right? And I'm not upset at anyone, right? I take full responsibility for what has happened, right? Because if that was me, right? Yeah, I want my services. I didn't hear from you. You got my money, right? So I get it. Trust me, I understand, right? I didn't hear from you. I sent you several emails. I left. I would feel like I'm being ignored too, right? I'm being ignored. You're not getting back to me. What's going on? You got my money. You ran off with my money. What's going on? I didn't get services. Give me a refund. What's going on? So I get it. Trust me, I understand. Okay. So I'm not holding anybody at fault. That I take full accountability for that. I say, ancestors, I got to do better, right? In this area, especially with time management. And that's what it's all about, especially with time management. Never about stealing anybody's money because, honey, you can always get a refund. That's one thing. Anybody ever said, "Oh, I want to you got it. Not a problem, right? If I didn't give you no services, yeah, that's your money. You deserve your money. That's yours, right? So, but yes, um, all right, all right. Let me give some messages, family. Enough of that, but I just wanted to share that with you all, and again, say thank you all, family, for all the praise and the love that you showed me. For my niece because she was in a very bad car accident, right, family? So that that's another reason why I wasn't getting back to folks, but folks didn't know that at that time, right? But a lot of my family that's on Patreon, a lot of you already knew that, right? Because when that happened, I had expressed it on my Patreon to a lot of you all, right? So you all knew that. Um, all right. I don't want to go up and down, up and down, up and down, family. So I'm just going to start it from the bottom, right? Um, Praise the Most High for her release. Yes, light. Yes, yes, yes. Um, my grandbabies was visiting her today at home, and they were so happy. They sent me the pictures, right? They were so happy. So yeah, she's doing much better. Like I said, she's walking. She's still in the brace. She's still in the brace, right? But she's walking, right? Not like how she want to, but she's walking. So that's good. Um, how on all in the cards? Ebony, ebony and ivory. All right, Ebony, I'm gonna give you a message. Uh, all right, Ebony, this is your message. Ebony, ebony, ebony. Let me give you a message, Ebony. Let's see what the ancestors want you to know. All right. I'm not going in any order, family. I'm not going in any order, so please don't come after me. I'm going to be jumping all around in here. All right. I'm just jumping all around. Wherever my eyes land, that's where I'm going to. Okay. Not going in any order, family. All right. This message is for you, Ebony. Ebony, are you still in here? Let me make sure you're still in here. Light said Takara is found, Miss T. She's no longer missing. Yes, I did get that message, family. And you all know I did do a reading on her, right? Yeah, I see that she was in somebody's home. I spoke of this, right? Um, but I also know some other things is going on, right? That I spoke of as well, right? But I'm not going to get into that. But I spoke of that as well, right? Yeah. Do you think because this young lady was found that everything is okay, right? She's found. She's okay. Everything is fine. When you've been missing away from your family for over a week or 2 weeks, what do you think what was going on? Why do you think she was gone? You understand, family? Things going on. And let me tell you something. We all watch the spread, right? When I read the spread, we hang around with certain people, just like a parent would say. These people will lead to your demise. You keep hanging with the wrong people, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that there, right? All right. See what the ancestors throwing out in here. Thank you, ancestors. Oh, child. Come on through, ancestors. All right, this message is for you, Ebony. Ancestors throwing up some hearts for you, Ebony. All right? The spiritual realm is sending you a lot of love, Ebony. I'm going to say this. All right? Spiritual realm is definitely sending you a lot of love. Energy moving around. You need it. Need it. All right. Let me tell you something, Ebony. This is what you need to hear, right? This is the information that you need to hear right now, right, Ebony? One of the things the ancestors is definitely trying to get a hold of you, all right? So trying to get a hold of your soul. The thing is, right, the ancestors want you to know about a person there, okay? And whoever this person is, they watching some things about you, okay? You may even be involved with this person, okay? But the number one thing the ancestors bring through is about betrayal, okay? Now, not only do I have to look at the hearts that the ancestors threw out for you, Ebony, because the hearts is a symbol of love, right? Not only is the spiritual realm sending out love to you, but the spiritual realm wants you to love self, okay? So invest in self, love all over self, okay? Sometimes, you know, and when I say, invest in self and love self, I'm talking all about the self-esteem and the self-worth, okay? To make sure that you don't get hooked up with the wrong type of people. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that because the ancestor says whoever this person is, and it's a male, okay, in here. Ancestor says that you're going to be going in the wrong direction. Okay. Whatever's going on back there, all right, you're going to be going in the wrong direction if you get hooked up with this individual. Okay. But you need to hear this. You need to know this. And that's what the ancestors are saying. You're going to get revelation into this person. That's the good thing. All right. Not just through me in the spiritual realm, but you're going to notice or you're going to see something. You may even witness something. But the ancestors definitely want you to take care of self and to love self. Okay. Beware of people who's trying to betray you in many ways. Okay. Especially this masculine energy in here. Right, Ebony? So that is your message. All right. Um, I've been trying to focus on me. I'm so stressed. Take a breather, take a reliever, right? Um, take a day to self and pamper self. It's just to mentally, you know, take it all in and release it all, right? So these are some of the things that you should be doing. Take a day for self, right? Ancestors even said, like, you must be getting some migraines. You have to get migraines because the ancestors just hit on that. All right. So you must be getting some migraines, Ebony, from the stress. Right? Um, read my last message I wrote above. Let me see. You said read my last message, and then this thing pops up, and then I don't see the message. Okay. Mm. You need that love. Yes, they definitely giving you that love, Ebony. Ebony, you said I was going to go through something, and I lost my job, and my food stamps were stolen the next week on the same day. Yeah. Who was around you when your food stamps got stolen? Somebody stole your food stamps, right? Probably this Melanie that the ancestors talking about too, about all this betrayal that's going on. You understand? This is a part of the betrayal as well, right? No matter who it was, this is a part of the betrayal, right? Yeah. They were hacked. It's been so rough. I'm sorry to hear that this has happened, right? Ooh, what's going on here? You have no one literally. Yes, you do. You have your spiritual family, right? You have your children. Yeah, you do. You have the spiritual realm. Yeah. Hmm. So you have spiritual beings, physical beings to your disposal. I seen that. I don't know if you will see that, family, but did y'all just see what I just seen? Family, spirit just reached out. Like spirit literally just reached out. Okay. Yeah, I probably could go back and rewind and catch it on camera. Spirit just reached out. Um, so you have spiritual beings to your disposal. You just have to focus and pay attention, right? Follow your intuition. You have to do these things, right? Because they're there. They're all around us. What you got to do is say the word, right? And things could literally happen for you. That's the thing, right? You were saying you have a migraine now. It's been constant. Yeah, I felt it. Right all up in here. I felt it on the right side, like more so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Felt it. I've been back in meditation trying to shift things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lakeisha said it's been going on nationwide, still at EBT, right? Why, right? Why are folks doing this, family? But yes, the thing is, it's going to get better, all right? Take everything as a lesson, Ebony. It's going to get better because that's one thing that the ancestors reassure me. Things is going to get better. You're going to get good news at the end, right? You're going to get some good news. So good news is coming, but you got to do some things first, right? One is loving self, right? Taking the time to focus on self, right? Raising your vibrations. Raise your vibrations, okay? You're going to be okay. Why is this up? How did this even get up when I turned this all the way down? Um, but I'm happy that you've been back in meditation. I feel like ancestors been speaking. Hope my energy has been strong enough. Yes, they have been speaking. Thank you so much. I love you much. Needed to hear this. So grateful for you. NK. You are very welcome, Ebony. You're very welcome. Right? You're very welcome. Love you much, Ebony. just went back and watched. It was a face that peeked in while you were speaking to Ebony. Yes, it was just like it just came like this. Yeah. Well, I am scrying too, so I kind of I got my portal open, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Scrying. Yeah. Yeah. Um, definitely the spiritual reaching out to you, right? Letting you know that they're there. They're there. When I first was tapping into your energy, the first thing I saw was the hearts coming forward, right? Not just telling me that you need love, right? So the spiritual realm is giving you love. They throwing love to you, but also wanting you to love yourself. Okay. Love yourself. Okay. That's important. So take a self day, a pampering day, love all over you, right? Release some things. Mhm. Yeah. So yes. Tiffany said, "Can I get one?" Yes, Tiffany. Let me give you a message, Tiffany. All right, Tiffany, this is your message. Right? Yeah, I've been doing a lot of late nights with you all, family. I family. When I tell you that I got a lot accomplished, whoo, child. Yeah, ancestors been moving through me and doing some things. I said, ancestors, go ahead and do it. This message is for you, Tiffany. Hmm. Hmm. Tiffany, you be mindful of Tiffany, you be mindful for just check your house. Any mold or mildew, right? Ancestors just brought that through. Okay. Any mold or mildew. Just be mindful of that. Okay. I don't know if rain got in your place or something is sopping wet somewhere or whatever, but just be mindful of that, all right? Because mold and mildew it can cause other issues, right? Health issues as well. So just be mindful of that, all right, Tiffany, because that's one thing that the ancestors telling you to with some mold and mildew. So something's going on, something could be brewing somewhere. Okay, just be mindful of that. Mm. You live with your mom? Okay, just be mindful of that. Mold or mildew, right? Make sure everything is dried down. Okay. Okay, what is this? Ancestors want you to focus on your future. All right. That's the main thing. Ancestors want you to focus on your future. Okay. Ancestors also want you to know about people that's trying to get vengeance somewhere near. Okay. So whoever this may be. All right. And that could be past and present, even future. But the ancestors said, right now, what they want you to do is focus on your future. Another thing they want you to do is don't get caught up in the gossip, right? So if somebody's gossiping with you or trying to get you to gossip about others, or if you just gossiping with other people about other people, don't do it. Don't get caught up in there because you're gonna miss your blessing. Okay, you're gonna miss your blessing. I'm telling you right now, don't get caught up in gossiping. All right. So don't be talking bad about people. Don't keep gossip going. Tell them you're not interested, right? Not interested in it, right? I need to focus on me. You understand? Don't get caught up in that because that's one thing the ancestors say. That's how you gonna miss your blessing. Okay, so if somebody bringing it to you, and that's the thing. As soon as you get to the peak of your blessing, somebody want to come and bring some gossip to you and then get you involved in that. And guess what? Now everything you don't work so hard for now is done going out the window because now you caught up in low vibrational energy. And that's what the ancestors are saying, right? They want you to focus on your future. They got some things ahead for you, all right? Positive things, but don't get caught up in any type of gossip. So I'm just going to say that, right? Don't get caught up in that. And be mindful of people who, you know, they just and this person who's just revengeful or want to have vengeance. See, this could be the person that's want to bring gossip to you or want to get you caught up in some gossip, right? So just be mindful of that because sometimes when people miserable, they want to, you know, pull other people into their drama. Okay, don't get caught up in that, right, Tiffany? Okay, I don't know if people who talk too much. Oh, excuse me. I do know a few people who talk too much and they need to change my phone number. Yeah, just be mindful of that. Okay, be mindful of that. All right, because from what I see, it's some big things that the universe want to do for you. All right, some big things that the universe want to do for you, but you're going to miss the blessing if you get caught up with these distractions of gossip. Okay, so don't get caught up in that. All right, focus on your future. Mm-hmm. And it says it's got some nice things coming for you in your future. Also, be mindful of any mold and or mildew. All right, so make sure that you are drying everything down dry, and that could be from anything like in your bathroom, your countertops, anything like that, because the ancestors tug me to that. So it could be something already brewing. Okay, and sometimes we don't know if we have mold or mildew until we actually see it, or it may be too late or whatever like that. But I'm telling you to keep an eye on that. Okay, keep an eye on that. Tiffany said, "Okay, no more gossip. Thank you. Yeah, no more gossiping. No more of that. All right, no more of that. All right, Big Jack. Let me give you Big Jack. I think it's a bathroom. I'll tell my mom about this. Yes. All right, because the ancestors tug me there. So for the ancestors to tug me there, something is definitely brewing. Okay, and you want to nip it in the bud before it get worse. Okay. All right, Big Jack. Let me give you a message, Big Jack. Hmm. Big Jack, I have a question for you. Did somebody you know had like a head injury or an injury to their eye? It could be to their face or to their head. Let me know that, Big Jack. I'm curious. I want to know that. Hmm. I'm giving you a message now, Big Jack, but I asked you a question. Let me know if somebody you know had a head injury. Oh, okay. The ad came on. So I, I'm on you now, but I want to know: did somebody you know had a head injury or some kind of injury to their face, like to their eye? Let me know that if you know. Mm, okay. I don't know, Big Jack. What's going on with you? Maybe you're gonna have to go out and come back in, Big Jack. All right. Ancestors definitely, Big Jack. One of the things the ancestors are saying that they got some abundance for you, some financial abundance, but they also want you to be doing some saving. So putting your money to the side, right? And that could be for anything, but start saving. So whatever the saving may be for you, okay? Saving a little extra money, in your bank, uh, doing couponing, whatever that may be, right? But start saving. All right, start putting some money. Another thing, though, that abundance is definitely there. Okay, financial abundance. I don't care how things may look right now. All right, you better thank the universe in advance because definitely some abundance is going to come your way in the form of money. Okay. Um, Another thing is ancestors is talking about relationships with you. Okay. I don't know if you're single or you're married. All right. So just dating or not, but some things is going to be going on in your relationship which is not going to yield good results. Okay, so I just want to let you know that the ancestors definitely want you to be mindful about your relationships and the relationships that you have, right? Intimate relationships, be mindful of that. Okay, and this could be present or future, but ancestors are saying that it's some things that's brewing in here is not going to be so good in a relationship, so you may find out some things. Okay, um, regarding your partner or whatever, or your partner may even find out some things regarding you, but it's not going to be good things, right? You're going to find out something that is not going to be so pleasing, right? Regarding your relationship. So I'm going to leave that there, all right? But the good thing is the ancestors said start saving, be mindful of your relationships, and also you got some future prosperity in the form of money coming your way. Okay, so that is your message, Black. Uh, why I want to call you Black Jack, Big Jack? Okay, I hope you didn't get cut off in here. You're very welcome, Big Jack. But I did ask you a question, Big Jack. I asked you, did you know somebody who had a head injury, right? Or any kind of injury to their face, like their eye? Let me know that. Okay. Let me know that, Big Jack. You didn't knock nobody in the head, did you? You didn't get upset with somebody and hit them in the head, did you? All right. Let's see what's going on in here. La la la. No, ma'am. Okay. Do you know anybody who had a head injury or injury to their eye? Ancestors do this out. This is for you. This is for you. This is for you, Big Jack. I don't know what's going on in your relationship, but just as I was shuffling and talking to you and asking you, did you hit somebody in their head? Ancestors threw out some things, right? About balance, about balance in the relationship. Again, the ancestors is throwing out some things about a relationship. Okay. I'm gonna say this. Make sure you are mindful of your temper. I have to say that because something's going on. Okay. Make sure you mindful of your temper. All right. And whoever you are dealing with, right? Make sure that they are mindful of their temple as well. You better get away. All right. I'm just going to say that. All right. Because something could be brewing in here. All right. So I'm gonna say that, and ancestors gave confirmation about your finances. All right, some things is getting ready to turn around for you financially. All right, they gave me confirmation in both of those things that came out. Right. I know that something's going in there with your relationship. All right, something's going on. My mama just told me be slow to angry. All right. Just make sure that you mindful of your temper and make sure whoever you are dealing with, right? Present and future, make sure the same thing, right? Just letting you know that. Yes, I'm ready to run. Oops, I hit something. I'm sorry, family. I hit something. Yes, I'm ready to run from this relationship. Okay. Too bad I don't have you on a panel. I don't have a panel up here. Because I would say if you can answer that, blink 2 times. But if that's put 2 thumbs up, okay? Because you never know who's sitting beside you, right? I don't know when you get in your message, but the ancestors have thrown up some things. So just be mindful, right? Be mindful of relationships, right? How you deal with them going forward. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to leave that there. I'm just going to leave that there. All right, Gabri. I see you, Gabri, saying me, please. Here you go, Gabri. This message is for you, Gabri. This message is for you, Gabri. Goodness, that All right, this message is for you, Gabri. It did it again. It's like this sensation, right? I know that that's the spiritual realm, but it's like they there for you, Gabri. Like right there. Mm. Mm. All right, this message is for you, Gabri. Like I can feel it, like right on my backside. Way these things glow. All right. Big Jack said, I needed this laugh. Thank you so much, Miss T. You are very welcome. All right. Gabri, I want to say this, right? Because I don't know what this was, right? I know it's the spiritual realm, but it this sensation is like this coolness, like right on my backside, right? The thing is, right? The ancestors are saying that you're gonna find out something that's not so pleasant. Okay. And a lot of things may be pertaining to your health. Okay. Now I gotta uh this sensation that I picked up, right? I don't know if this is your nervous system or the adrenal, like your hormones or something, but something is definitely going on there. All right. Something is brewing there, right? Could even be something in the bloodstream. Okay. So just be mindful of that. Okay. Just take care of your health. All right. And I'm gonna say, like I say, and tell anyone else to make sure you go for the necessary checkups and whatever kind of lab work you need to get done. All right. Please do that. Um, Another thing is the ancestors want you to you know, not to just because your message comes out extremely low iron, and that's could be what it is. Okay, because when people have low iron, they do feel cold. All right, they do feel cold, and this was like right up my backside, like I could feel it, and that's what it feels like ice. Like I wanted to say, you're like cold, like ice. Okay, make sure you know that you getting on everything together. All right, when it comes to that, right? When it comes to your low iron, right? Um, One thing I'm gonna say, the ancestor says that not just them wanting you to be in this peaceful state, right? But know that those that's on the other side, that they're at peace. Okay, they're at peace. Not just them being at peace, but them wanting to see you in a peaceful state. Okay. So just taking care of your health, right? Not stressing and worrying about things. They want you to get your house in order. Okay. Get your house in order. The house that they want you to get in order is the house that tells you whatever is your heart's desires. Okay. So if you just want just say a bigger house, just say a happier home, right? More children, marriage, whatever you may want in there. This is what they want. They want your house to be in order, all right? The house that says your heart's desires, right? So they want everything to be in order for you to have that peaceful state. So if you're not in a state of peace right now, especially in your home life, the spiritual realm knows that, and there's a problem, right? And it's going to be some things that's going to take a toll on you. It's going to take a toll on your health as well. So get your home in order, get your health in order, the ancestors are saying, okay? Because nothing's good is going to come out of if you're doing the opposite. All right. If you don't have your home in order, and if you're not making sure that your health is okay, is nothing good is going to come out of it. All right. So I want you to know that. All right. Ancestors want to see you in a peaceful state. All right. And that's the main thing. Okay. Unfortunately, the ancestors want you to know that something is brewing, right? Um, and this is health related, right? Something is brewing. And what I was feeling, Gabri, is something like just on my backside, right? But I could feel it coming up. And it's real. And I'm just like, I don't know if this is in the blood, the hormones, like the nervous system. What is this? But yeah. Um my mom passed about 17 months ago. Finances messed up. And I want you to know that your mother is definitely on the other side in peace, right? And she wants you to be in a peaceful state as well. Okay. So finances messed up, right? Yeah. Your finances is messed up. You can't get your house in order, right? You can't get your desires, right? When you're not financially stable or things going on with your finances, you're not able to get what it is you want, right? So it's some things that you have to do. One of the things I'm gonna say is before you lay your head to bed, you need to say some things to the universe, right? One of the things is you need to ask your mother to step in and help clear your path because she is definitely there, right? These are the ones that's on the other side that want to see you in a peaceful state, right? That they want to see your home in order. They want to see your health doing good. So make sure that you talk to your ancestors. And I tell you, family, our ancestors is the direct link to the spiritual realm. Our ancestors are, right? So make sure that you're doing that. All right, Gabri, before you lay your head to bed, right? Hi, Jackie. And I'm sorry to hear about your mother, right? Passing away. I'm sending you my condolences regarding your mother. But she's okay on the other side, right? Chicks with sticks. All right, let me look at you, chicks with sticks on Twitch. That just is too much for me to say, right? Before I get all tongue twisted, because you all know, family, I start botching it up. All right, I will. You are very welcome, Gabri. Right, sending you love and healing energy. You got this. All right. Remember, right? You asking the ancestors. You first of all, you showing gratitude. You giving your ashes, right? So just say your thank you now to the ancestors for opening up the positive doors for you, right? Clearing the path for you, okay, and turning your financial, your finances around for the greater good. So you might as well just be saying that before you lay your head to bed now, right? They're gonna do some things for you. Um, Family in here laughing. Family, you all know I start botching it up. You all already know. All right. So chicks with sticks. All right. Because I have to cut it down now. Right? All right. Um um let's see what the ancestors want you to know. Right? I don't know, family, where you all get these names. Chicks with sticks on Twitch. All right, this is your message. This is your message. All right, chicks. All right, this is you, chicks with sticks. Ancestors definitely want you to take care of anything that's relating to head related. Okay, make sure you're taking care of it. Right. Oh boy, ancestors. First of all, I'm gonna say this. The way this comes out. All right. Chicks with sticks. You are in the lion's den. I'm gonna say that. You are in the lion's den. You are definitely gonna be devoured in here. You are someone's dinner in here when it comes to love, when it comes to broken hearts. All right. Um, and you may have been through this or whatever, but it's definitely some things that's going on in here, which tells me relationships, friendships. I have people in here who have just done you wrong, taken advantage, all right, broke your heart in here. It's some things that's going on. All right. I have somebody in here, they could be manipulating you in some ways, and they're good at it. All right. They're very good at it. Right. You go this person may have already had you in like a turmoil as far as plans, right? Change of plans, broken promises. Okay. Um, ancestors just saying that you have to be mindful, right, of your heart, all right? Because people will devour you when it comes to your heart, all right? Taking advantage of you in a lot of ways, abusing you in a lot of ways, and abuse could come in many forms, all right? It doesn't always have to be physical, but it could be emotional abuse. Um, but I'm seeing this in here, right? Ancestors just want you to be mindful of the betrayal, right? And to be mindful about nurturing your heart. So nurture your heart. All right. Nurture your heart. Make sure you know to put self first. Right. If someone is not loving you the way that they should be, and it doesn't matter. It could be an intimate relationship, it could be a friendship, it could just be family, right? If those is not loving you correctly, know when to walk away, know when to call it quits, right? So I'm just gonna leave that there, right? So that's what the ancestors want you to know, right? So a lot of things going on here centered around you, but I don't know. You have to be careful when you're in the den, because when you're in the den, People do all kind of things to you in the den, right? But that's where you at. You're like in this lion's den. Yeah. People will do the unthinkable to you in the den. All right. So just know that. All right. That's your message, chicks with sticks. Good night, Gabri. Gabri said, I have work in a little while. Go ahead, Gabri. Gabri, like, I gotta go to work, y'all. Love you, Gabri. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Um, Thank you so much for this. This is Blakely, by the way. I don't know if you've seen the other messages. No, I haven't seen the other messages. Blakely. I'm here. It's Blakely. That's your message, Blakely. Right? Just take heed to it. Right? Take heed. Um, Lady Love 9. Lady Love 9. Let me give you a message. I'm not saying up here late, family. I think I've been up here. It's been, what's it been? It's been an hour. It's been an hour. Right? Lady Love 9. Let me give you a message, Lady Love 9. Lady Love 9. Woo. Let's see what this is about. All right. Let's see what Lady Love 9 ancestors. Just like a blur here. All right. Lady Love 9. Ancestors say it's all about you. All right. It's all about your soul. Okay. It's all about your soul. So basically the ancestors saying that it's all about your soul and it's all about the abundance, right? It's all about your soul and it's all about being divine. Okay. It's all about your soul and it's all about the consequences that you're going to face. Okay. Or the punishment. I'm just gonna say that. The one thing the ancestors is focused on is marriage, loyalty, betrayal, and karma. So the ancestors saying that it's all about your soul and what you do from here going forward. Okay. It's all about you being divine. That says that marriage is a must. Okay. The divine also tells us if we step out of our marriage or even a committed relationship. Okay. So you don't have to be married, but a committed relationship as well. It's all about how loyal someone is, right? The integrity of a person. Then I have to look at the betrayal that's going on in there, whether it's you doing it to someone or someone doing it to you. The ancestor says all about your soul, right? The soul and what's going on with your soul, right? It's important to nurture self and it's important to not let others abuse and use, right? And that's one thing. The good thing is, you have this wheel that's turning in your favor. And the wheel says that if you do the greater good, right? The greater good is saying if you operate out of integrity, Lady Love Nine, if you operate out of integrity, right? So you want to treat people how you want to be treated. You're being divine in here. You're not running around cheating like infidelities or anything like that. If you do the greater good, you able to shift energy in whatever direction you want to your desire. Okay, so you can have whatever it is you want. Anything you desire, the universe is willing to give to you, right? If you are being divine. Okay, so that's your message, Lady Love Nine. That is your message. If you're being divine, ancestors is going to do some things. So if you're out there, and I'm not saying that this is you, but if you're out there and you are cheating and you're in a relationship, a committed relationship or a relationship, if you're married, you better stop it. If and I'm not saying this is you, right? But if you are with someone and they're doing it to you and you decide that because they're doing it, I'm going to do it too, don't do that, right? Because you're going to mess up your abundance that's there. So I just want to let you know that, all right? Feel free to share anything you want to share, right? Because you already know we don't hold judgment here, right? We don't judge. But I just want to let you know that, Lady Love Nine, okay? Um, I'm seeing some good things ahead for you. Like the ancestor says, as long as you operating out of integrity and being divine, right? It's a lot of good things. Mhm. And if not, you're going to know about karma and punishments. All right? You've been single? Very good. Very good. Why are you single? Was somebody cheating? Trying to heal? Very good. Very, very good. Yes? Who was cheating? Was you cheating or was the other person cheating? Good night, BB. The other person? Okay. Well, you got to learn all about that. Betrayal and karma. But you don't let that stop you from being divine, right? And being committed going forward in relationships, right? Because sometimes people feel like because someone cheated on them, they're going to do it to someone else. So it's good that you're doing the healing session right now. It's good that you're doing the healing, right? Yeah. Divine, right? Ancestors talk about divine, being married, right? Operating out of integrity. That's important, right? But it's a lot of good things to come your way. All right. Lady Divine, Lady Love Nine. But the ancestors throwing out the divine message. All right. Not just the divine message, but you being divine. Okay. So just know that. All right. Uh BB, are you out of here? Are you still here, BB? You was betrayed. You're very welcome. Yeah. Ancestors showing up throughout all that energy, right? Yeah. BB gone. Oh, All right, let me give you Lakeisha Norman. I'm gonna give you Lakeisha Norman, then I'm gonna get out of here. Family, you all know I be doing this late night lately, right? I think I like this. Okay. All right. All right, Lakeisha Norman, are you still in here? Lakeisha, you are very welcome, Lady Love Nine. All right, Lakeisha not answering. I'm figuring she's not here. Um, Sunflower 777. I'm sorry, fam. I'm not going in any order. I'm just seeing this first one, last one down here. Sunflower 777. Lakeisha Norman, she answers now. I tell you, family, this happens. This happens. All right, I'm gonna put this energy on sunflower. Sunflower 777. All right. Lakeisha, I'll come back to you. I thought you were gone. Right? All right, this message is for you, Sunflower 777. Oh, I like that name, Sunflower. I love sunflowers. I got some sunflowers right here for my ancestors, and you all should see how they're glowing. You should see how they're glowing in the dark. All right, this message is for you, Sunflower 777. Oh, child. Oh, goodness. What's this? And I was getting ready to say, before those messages jumped out the deck, I was getting ready to say that good thing Lakeisha took long to respond, because if not, I wouldn't have never got to you, Sunflower 777. Ancestors want you to know about your living conditions, all right? And the sacrifices that you make in your living conditions, right? This is what the ancestors want you to know about, Sunflower 777, right? All about your living conditions and the sacrifices you make. And be mindful, right? Because sometimes in your living conditions, right, someone may try to sacrifice you, right? So when I say your living conditions, is you need to be mindful, right, of what you're doing in your household, right? Even outside of your household, but the things that you're doing in life, period. Okay. Um, and this can also mean the people. This is for Sunflower. This is Sunflower message. Sunflower 777. This is your message. Are you in here, Sunflower? Hmm. What is this? I'm trying to get in here. All right. Um, because I know that the ancestors is giving me revelation into a whole lot. All right, Sunflower. One of the things I'm gonna say is the ancestors throughout a lot of things that happen, and this may be your past, right? Of what you had to deal with, right? And this could be in a relationship, or this just could be the energy that you have from others around you, family and friends, right? The energy that's saying that there's been deception around you, right? Well, maybe you thought that people was there for you when they really wasn't there for you. Okay. So you found yourself being disappointed, right? Or alone in a situation when you thought you had people there for you. So that's one thing. Okay. Ancestors is saying that you have to be mindful, right? Of that energy, right? Of feeling down or depressed or lonely. Okay, so just be mindful of that. So if you're feeling like that, just pick yourself up and get your vibrations raised. Get into some things that's going to, keep you elevated spiritually. Okay. Um, so that's one thing. Ancestors do want you to get into some things, all right? Some positive things, right? So get yourself into some positive things. Get a positive outlet for yourself, right? So you won't be feeling down and sad or lonely or however you may be feeling in there. Okay, so get yourself into something, a hobby, get into a hobby or something, right? Because the way the ancestors threw out your messages, it looks like you had a lot of disappointments going on, right? Um, and even sometimes when you thought things was going to go the way it was going to go, then all of a sudden it didn't. All right. So you may have thought that something was going to go the way you wanted it, and then it just goes left. Right. So I'm seeing that too in here. Right. I'm seeing the loss of people who was close to you as well. So maybe someone who was close to you who may have always had your back, but all of a sudden they're not they're no longer here anymore, so they may have transitioned over to the spiritual realm. Okay, so that's another thing why you could have been feeling lonely or sad or depressed, right? Losing people who was near and dear to you, and then those who you thought that you had, you really didn't have. Okay, so the ancestors has brought all these things through, but the ancestors saying get yourself into the hobby, keep your vibrations raised. Okay, because a lot of things that happened in your past, they wanted to be just that, your past. Okay. They're trying to bring you up out of something, but they want you to be doing things that's going to spiritually elevate you, physically elevate you. Okay. Raise your vibrations, emotionally elevate you. This is what they want you to be doing. All right. Sunflower 777. I don't know what's going on in there, but feel feel free to share it, okay? Because there's a lot of things that tells me that a lot of setbacks, a lot of broken hearts, a lot of broken promises, all right? A lot of times where you think things was going to go your way, but it didn't. A lot of deception where you may have thought that somebody had your back, but they didn't come through for you like you thought they was, all right? Um, Deaths going on. So losing somebody near and dear to you, okay, who may have been the only person you really had, right? Um, yeah, this is what I'm seeing, right? You going through a divorce, okay? And this is a lot of things that, yeah, a divorce too, right? A divorce too. Yes. Mhm. And like the ancestors said, leave the past, and that's okay. And that may be a lot of reason why you feeling lonely, right? Sad and depressed, right? One hit after another, right? Something happened, that happened, now a divorce, this happening, right? But like the ancestor says, let the past be the past, right? Because they're trying to bring you up out of that, right? Um, yeah, this may hurt, right? Whatever you may be going through, it may hurt because you still have to get over some things. You still have to heal from some things, and that's okay, right? But the ancestors said, get yourself into some hobbies, right? See, when you get yourself into some hobbies, things that you're going to enjoy and things you ain't gonna have time to be sad, lonely, and depressed. You're not gonna have time for that, honey, right? You're doing new things. And sometimes we turn these hobbies into a business. You understand? Ancestors saying that the spiritual realm got something greater for you. All right? They got something greater for you. So look forward to the future. Okay? Know that. Right? Know that. And going through things with your 26-year-old son, yeah. A lot of that when you thought something was going right and then it's going left, right? Disappointments, right? Broken hearts. I'm sending you healing energy, right? And I'm sending you uplifting energy. Hmm. Definitely sending you that energy, right? Because I know it's some things that's going on in here, right? It's some things that's going on, right? But the ancestors don't want you to put yourself in this rut. All right. Don't put yourself in that rut and have this sense of loneliness and despair, right? Get out of that, right? Get yourself into some things, right? Get you motivated, get your vibrations raised, get yourself into some hobbies, right? Get yourself into something. All right. And I'm sending um positive energy to your son, right? Whatever you may be going through, which your 26-year-old. Okay. Hmm. So I'm gonna let you know that, sunflower. Okay. Um, get your son on the right path as well. Um, sunflower. You are very welcome. Hmm. Thank you, family, for that love, right? And those prayers in here. He don't listen to me. Yeah, I pray that he do, because he's at that age, right? He's at that age right there. He need to listen, right? Hopefully, you get a hold of him before things is too late, because that is definitely the age that says that if you don't listen, yeah, mm-mm, things don't turn out good. Yeah. So we're gonna pray, right, to put a protection barrier over your son. Hmm. Love you too. All in the cards. Okay, I did say that I was gonna get someone before I got off of here, but I wanna. Oh, Lakeisha. Lakeisha, go out and come back in because I think you are maybe lagging. You are very welcome, Sunflower. Let me get you, Lakeisha, before I get off of here. All right? Because it's late. And I know it's late, family. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm still up. But this is late night. But I was in here scrying. I said, let me put some of this energy on the family. Thank you for those prayers, Lakeisha. All right, Lakeisha, this is your message. Lakeisha, hold on, man. This is your good night, K Swin. All right. This is for you. This is messages for you, Lakeisha. Mhm. All right. All right. Uh, Lakeisha, I'm gonna say this. Be mindful. Be mindful because the ancestors definitely warning me about some situations. All right, these situations is definitely it's coming. Okay, whatever this situation is, ancestors is definitely saying you're getting a warning. Uh, Answer me this, Lakeisha. Do you drive? Because if you drive, if you are driving, you drive. Okay. I want you to be mindful of being on that road. Okay. Don't be vigilant when you're on the road. Don't be texting and driving. Don't be taking selfies and driving. Don't be doing none of that stuff. Don't have any distractions. All right. When you get in that car, make sure you are focused on that road. Okay. Don't get caught up in distractions because this is what this is, right? This is a car accident. This is a car accident. Okay. So be mindful of that. Let me know if you drive. Answer that. All right. Answer that. Because this is a car accident. Yes, you drive. You be mindful when you're on that road. All right. Um, because something is definitely brewing in there. And this is definitely a car accident. And the ancestors are saying that it's a lesson because there's always a lesson in a tragedy. Okay. But they want to avoid some things. So if you are being distracted while on the road, and the distraction could be anything, all right? Loud music, pumped up, driving fast, right? So speeding, running stop signs, who knows? Okay. You know what it is that you do and what distractions you may have while you are driving on the road. All right. Just be mindful of that. Um, Pay attention, right? Pay attention going forward. Pay attention when you get in that vehicle. Pay attention to everything. All right. No distractions. You need a clear view. Okay. Also, I don't know why the ancestors is tugging this to me, but I'm gonna let you know that. Be mindful of your emotional state when you get behind the wheel. Okay. So now I have to look at any kind of road rage or anything like that. Okay. Or some emotional things that you may be going through, and then you get behind the wheel. All right. So just be mindful of that. All right. Someone just hit us from the back earlier today. And I'm going to say this, right? And I'm sorry that that has happened to you, right? Going forward, you be mindful when you get behind that wheel. All right. Don't let anything distract you. Thank goodness that that is all it was, right? Somebody hit you from behind, but you're still up here to talk about it. Okay. Yeah. But you be mindful going forward. Okay. Because something is coming. And this is a car accident, right? Yeah. Right. So just be vigilant. All right. Be vigilant of everything. Right. Um, and that's what's going on. Right. That's what's going on there. So you just be mindful of that. Right. My daughter just had an accident which someone has died and someone is in ICU. Right. I'm praying. Right. I'm praying. You wasn't driving. I'm praying. Um, I'm praying for your daughter and for all that was involved in that accident, right? And for some reason, the universe likes to throw things out in threes, right? Your daughter had an accident. You had an accident earlier or 2 days ago, right? And something is brewing because there's a lesson that have to be learned in this, right? We have to get the lesson out of the tragedy. And this is what the ancestors were saying. We got to get the lesson out of the tragedy. All right. So you be mindful when you get on the road and you tell your daughter the same thing, you tell your loved ones the same thing, right? Don't let any distractions be involved. Okay. But I'm sending prayers, right? I'm sending prayers to the family who the individual has lost their life. And I'm sending prayers to the one who's in ICU. I'm sending prayers to your daughter. And I'm also sending prayers to you, right? Mhm. Right? So I'm going to do that, right? And before you lay your head to bed tonight, you need to talk to the spiritual realm about a lot of things, right? For one, putting a protective barrier around you and your loved ones, right? That's for one, right? And letting them know that you understand whatever the lesson may have been that you needed to know, or your daughter may have needed to know to learn. You make sure that you express that, okay? Because sometimes we do things and we don't understand that sometimes these things happen and it's like a shakeup, right? It's a shakeup for us because we got to get the lesson. And until you express that remorsefully from the heart and know that I understand the lesson, see, the tragedies keep happening, right? Whatever the situation is, right? It'll keep happening because it's like a curse, right? It's like a curse until you get the lesson, right? So sometimes we don't even have to experience the next tragedy because guess what? It's just like ancestors. I understand it now. I got the lesson out of that, you know. And then whatever it may be, you go and you talk that out with the spiritual realm, right? From the heart, okay? Because the ancestor says a lesson that got to come out of that, all right? So I'm gonna leave that there, okay? No, today at 7:30 that happened to you. I'm sorry that happened, right? Yeah, please do. All right? Please do. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna leave that there. All right. Family, please send prayers up for my court on Wednesday. This has been a long road, and I'm praying for settlement to close this out. I'm definitely sending you prayers, Capri Queen, right? Um, Definitely sending you prayers, right? Get this done and over with and behind you. And may you receive whatever it is that you desire out of this settlement. Yes. Thank you. Thanks for the prayers. Yes, because these things happen in the last 4 days. Yeah. And I'm seeing something brewing, right? The ancestors said the lesson. Got to get the lesson out of it. So, yeah, whatever the lesson may be, whatever the lesson is, right? So again, I'm gonna say no distractions, no on the cell phone, no taking selfies, none of this stuff, right? And and I'm just gonna say this because I know people don't like to say, right? But me as a message, I'm gonna say this, all right, Lakeisha. Was your daughter driving when this accident happened? All right. I just want you to think about some things. Somebody else could have been driving. right? But sometimes we got to learn a lesson. If it was something that we did because we was distracted by doing other things, right? See, we gotta take ownership for that. We gotta take responsibility. And if we are putting our lives in the hands of others who is just reckless, so they're driving and they taking selfies and texting and smoking and drinking and driving or whatever that they are doing. See, it's the lesson that we got to learn in that, right? It's the lesson. Got to learn something from that. And sometimes these things keep happening until we understand and we learn the lesson, right? So just know that, all right, Lakeisha? So I want you to know that, right? Lakeisha said her eyes wide open as of now. Mhm. So just know that, all right? Make sure you get the lesson out of it. Make sure you talk to your daughter and make sure she get the lesson out of whatever happened in that situation, right? And you know, take it to the universe, right? So take it to the spiritual realm. Talk to the creator about it, right? Hmm. All right, so that's it for the messages, family. I've been up here over an hour, almost. I've been up here like an hour and something, right? Over an hour and a half, right? But I love you all, family. I want you all to have a prosperous night. I thank you all, family, for being up here with me on this late night, right? And for everybody who received the message, make sure that you go back and listen to your message and please take heed to your messages. If anybody asks for a message and I didn't get to you, family, trust me, you all know that I'll be up here from time to time. All right. I do jump up here from time to time. I can't tell you all when I'll be back up here, but I do get up here from time to time. Okay. So I want to say that and I want to say I love you all, family, and I want you all to have a prosperous night.